What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Telcoin today, TEL USD. It is the 22nd day of August, and here we are sitting at about $0.0018. It's been a while since we talked about Telcoin, but I've always been supportive and bullish on Telcoin. We haven't forgotten it or forsaken it at all. It's just, it's been moving down, it's been boring. We haven't done much in the past month and a half, so it's just been a second since we talked about it. However, it did go down to the areas that we were originally expecting, which were just above these lows. Again, as long as we're above these lows, I think Telcoin's in good shape. There's a scenario where you could go below there and it would have been fine anyways, but I don't think you're going to go below there now, especially with the week that we've seen, not just with Telcoin, but as a space in crypto. Here we are bouncing off the 786. The goal here would be to get above the golden ratio. Okay, so the golden ratio here is at 0, what is that? 0.0025, 0.0024. If we can get above 0.0024, I'm going to talk quietly because I don't want to wake up my baby. She's trying to sleep. 0.0024. If we can get above 0.0024, then we validate this as a low. We validate not just that we're at the low, but that we have a chance of breaking out of this downtrend, and then again that we will continue to grow and potentially see new highs, something like that. She's crying, she's waking up, so I'm just going to talk normal anyways. Let's see, monthly time frame here. Looking at this, we take the all-time high to the cycle low from 2023. It's crazy that these cycle lows are so near each other, man, so close to each other. This is a massive accumulation zone. By the way, Telcoin, we love Telcoin. We love DeFi. At least I love DeFi. I think it's one of the most obvious choices whenever it comes to investing in crypto is DeFi. But Telcoin's really special because they have their own bank, right? They've got their own bank, which is pretty awesome. I mean, imagine if you could, instead of having to go through an exchange where you buy Telcoin, but now you want to sell your Telcoin for dollars so that you can use in your real world. Well, you have to sell it on an exchange, and you have to transfer that money from the exchange to your bank, right? Telcoin is trying to set it up where it can just be an all-in-one stop shop kind of deal. And there's a lot of coins that are trying to do that stuff too, but Telcoin's got an advantage because they actually have their own bank, which is pretty cool, and they're a U.S.-based currency, which for Donald Trump and the things that he's promised with crypto, right? I think has he said that there's going to be no tax on U.S. based cryptos, or is it lesser tax, or is that just, has he said it's going to happen, but he hasn't made an order, he hasn't signed that into law yet? Is that the idea? I forget what it was. It might have been one of his promises that he hasn't yet fulfilled, but I'm sure he will. Or maybe he has. Let me see. Are there taxes on U.S. made cryptos? Has Donald Trump said anything about not taxing? I don't know, man. You can just do whatever now. You can put in so much because the AI just understands. Yes, all cryptocurrencies, including associated American projects or networks, remain fully subject to standard federal. Yeah, okay, cool. Express general support for digital asset industry and voice opposition to taxing Bitcoin specifically when it's used in payment method. Yeah. Capital gains, US-based cryptocurrencies floated around by Eric Trump. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. I swear I've heard Donald say it himself too, but so it hasn't been signed into law yet. But let's say it's not even 0%. Let's say it's not a 0% proposal. Let's say it's something else. It's like half taxed, whatever. There's some type of friendly thing, some kind of gimmicky little thing that would entice business to be made in the U.S. as far as crypto goes. If that ever does happen, Telcoin's a U.S. coin, so it's positioned well for that as well. Anyways, sorry, I got sidetracked there. We went way off on the deep end there. Kind of forgot that was even a thing. But let's get into the TA. Let's do this and then wrap up the video. 1 hour time frame here. Looking at this, yeah, you look kind of distributy. You look like you want to move down. Telcoin, let's go on Bybit. Yeah, volume's coming down. You're making these moves up, but it's just nothing's coming to light. I know that this kind of looks like a bull flag, right? It kind of looks like a bull flag, but I wouldn't think of it like that. I think it's a triple top. I think it's a triple top. I think it's distributive. And if you look at it here, I mean, you're up here for just a moment. There's some volume at the top, and as you're moving up, each time volume's decreasing. you're grinding these lows. I think it's just a matter of time before this breaks. You'll probably come down to this knot here right around 00165 to 0016. Let's see how you do there. Maybe you find support and you continue to rally. Maybe you find support and you find resistance at prior support and you come back down. Whatever. Corrections can be 1, 2, 3 based. You could go all the way back down to 0015. You're at 0018 right now. I love Telcoin. I love Telcoin. If you want to buy it here, don't let me stop you. But I think if you're patient, if you wait, maybe till the end of the month, probably sometime in September, it'll probably take longer than what I'm drawing here. We'll see prices that are significantly cheaper, more affordable. Let's just see, something that's anywhere from a 12% drop to potentially even like a 20% discount, guys. I mean, just think about it. Patience pays in this game. Yeah, bearish divergence, stochastics, MACD. Looks like you want to move down. It does. You moved up. That's great. You tried to move up more, and there's just no gas left in the tank. So yeah, you look like you want to move down. Cool off. That's fine. The knot was right here, right? And the golden ratio from a low to a high. I'm going to take this high, not the fake out high. Golden ratio is just below there. So yeah, go down to 0016, 0015, somewhere in that range. Find support, move up. You found support at your 786 from an overall macros perspective, right? From a cycle low to the cycle high. You found support at your 786. Maybe you'll find support at this 786. You'll go all the way back down to 0015. Either way, 0016, 0015. I think you're going to go somewhere in that range. And it makes sense. Look at where you're finding resistance. You're finding resistance right here at prior support. So it's possible too, Bitcoin's done with its bear market. It's possible that Telcoin's not done with its bear market. Just because Bitcoin's done with its bear market doesn't mean altcoins are going to rally. Some will, some do, some don't. And they still see new all-time highs, even if they don't. So don't worry about it. I know there's a lot of things going on with Telcoin behind the scenes. If you're paying attention, there's a lot of interesting developments taking place, and I think they've got some stuff in store for the coming cycle. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but looking at Telcoin for what it's worth, its all-time history. My opinion is that we don't go below last cycle's low. We might not even go below this cycle's low. That might be it right there. That we do see new all-time highs in the coming bull market, which would imply that by the end of 2029, we see something on the lines of about a 100x or more. Wow, it's 1272 there is all the way at a 114, almost a 115x. What's Telcoin's market cap? Because I know it's not high, but I know it's not low either. Like, it's probably multiple hundreds of millions. If it's $1 billion coin, that would be wild, but I could see it happening. What's going on here? Why aren't we loading? Come on now. We're just going to refresh it. Man. Okay, search. TEL. Hype. I would stay away from hype right now, you guys. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It might go up a little bit higher, but just personal thoughts. Is it Telcoin? TEL. There it is, right there. Real world assets. That's why. Okay. Yeah, 178. So it's not incredibly low, but it's not incredibly high either. That's a desirable market cap right there, because a 100x puts you at 17. Well, let's round up. Let's say $20 billion. $20 billion is not a lot. Is not a little bit of money, but in this game, it's a drop in the bucket, right? It's attainable, and showstoppers, shining stars, coins that are up and coming, they see these kind of market caps in their prime, in their peak during their second or third bull markets. You could definitely see, I mean, sometimes even in their first bull markets, you could definitely see a $20 billion or more market cap with this. So I would say Telcoin, yeah, has 100x potential. If it does go to new all-time highs, my expectation is that we'll see something around 21.2 cents, 21.1 cents, which would be effectively a 115x from here. Could you see something like this? It's possible. It is possible that you could run up near $1. That is really stretching the limitations of possibility there. That puts you around $100 billion market cap, but it is possible. It could happen. That'd be the max that I could see happening, and I don't even want to make that call right now. I mean, I'll accept it as a possibility, right? And it's more than just like saying, well, it could go to $10. That's possible. Anything's possible. That's not what I'm saying. I genuinely am putting this in the realm of consideration that a dollar could happen, but I'm not holding my breath over it. I would more look to these 21 cent to potentially even like 50 cent targets. I know that 50 cents is not in line with the 1414, but typically with the 1414, when you go up here, you don't stop right at the 1414. You do stop typically at the 1272, maybe a little wick above it, but with the 1414, you do wick above it a little bit and then close below it. There's some fibs that are less respected as a line and more regarded as a range, and the 1414 is one of those fibs. So I'd say 40, 50 cents, 21 cents, and at that, I mean, you have a multi 100x, if not at least 100x. So even though you're up 8% this month, you've moved up a little bit over the past few days, you're still at a phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal opportunity. Again, don't let me stop you from buying, but I think if you wait a month, you might get a little discount, just a little bit of a discount. If you got cash on the side, be strategic. Don't FOMO in on the excitement, right? It's okay. If anybody's got cash on the side and they feel like they're missing out, you are missing out. Accept it. It's okay. Don't make the decision that, well, I want to be a part of it, so I'm going to buy now. You're buying the top. Things are probably going to pull back relatively soon, so just wait. Wait like a month. September is normally a red and boring month. We just saw a lot of excitement. We're in the end of August right now. With that excitement dissipating, with the boring month of September coming in, it is typically red. It's been green for like the last 3 years, so I think we are overdue for a red one. We're probably going to see a 20% drop or more across the board from where prices are now. So if you're just patient, I think you can make up for some lost fun, and really don't even worry about these fun moves, these quick little short moves. Don't worry about this stuff right now. Worry about accumulating over time, because as time goes on, we're going to break out. We're going to see some exceptional growth. This is not going to happen this year. This is not going to happen next year. This is going to be years away, and future you is counting on you to do this right. And the way to do it right is whenever you buy something, you hold it. If you want to invest in Telcoin, always have your lines where you cut your losses, right? If you want to buy it here, maybe cut your losses if we see new lows there. Okay, that's fair. I get it. But really, you should be thinking, I'm buying here and I'm only adding more. I'm buying here and I'm only adding more. And if it goes below this line, okay, maybe I'll sell or maybe I'll buy more. As long as the team's developing, as long as they're being transparent, I'm going to be with it, And sometimes you ride or die with investments. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get lucky and you get a multi-100x, you know what I mean? And this one, I think, it goes a little bit beyond luck. I think if you plan accordingly, you can see some phenomenal growth. Telcoin is winding up, bundling up here in this large accumulative zone where it literally accumulated for the end of its bear cycle last cycle, the end of its bear cycle this cycle, and its full bull market last cycle. We've had nothing but accumulation in this range. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw some exceptional growth. Maybe not exactly like this, but similar to what we saw in its first bull market. I've got nothing else. I am rambling at this point. Daily time frame, rejecting the overbought zone. We already showed the bearish divergence and stuff on the other time frames. Weekly time frame still is bearish overall, but you're turning a tide. You do have bullish divergence on your MACD, which is exacting itself now, and you're coming out of the oversold zone with your stochastics, which is also bullish. So just be patient, execute. And my thoughts for Telcoin and any other coins that I'd be looking to invest in right now is, let's say I had $10,000. I don't know. Maybe that's let's say I had $100. Let's keep it at that. I have $100, and I want to invest in multiple coins. Telcoin's one of them. I wouldn't be buying right now. I'd wait for a 10% discount, and then I'd throw $5 or $10 in. I'd throw $5 or $10 in any other coins that I'm looking at. That's whenever it drops 10% or more, I would do that. I'd have my buy orders set up, whatever. Look for prior areas of support and resistance to try to confirm that and to try to help guide that, and go from there. And then if it goes below that price that I bought, then I'll buy more, another $5 or $10, and another, until that $100 is spent. But not all at once. Time is on our side. Be patient. I know that this makes it seem like there's no time. We could move up and see another move up like that. It seems like there's no time, but you'll get that volatility. You will see that volatility. We've seen extreme moves before, and we came back down. We're not in a bear market now, but I don't think we're quite in a bull market yet either. We're getting there. We're setting up for that. I really like Telcoin. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you want to buy Telcoin, if you want to invest in it, do your own research. Figure out what makes it tick. Figure out why I like it and why you might like it. And if you don't like it, if you can't wrap your head around it, no big deal. Don't invest in it. It's probably better to, it's definitely better to invest in things that you can wrap your brain around, that you can have a conversation with. If you're investing in things at this point because some dude on YouTube told you it's a good idea, when you talk to your friends about it and you're like, oh yeah, this guy said it could do 100x. Oh, that sounds really interesting. Why? I don't know. He just said it could. That's silly. You sound silly, right? Do your research. Be able to have a conversation. You might not have conversations about Telcoin, but if you can't have a conversation about what it does, maybe even who's behind it, what their mission is. If you can't, and if you don't understand the tokenomics either, you should probably look into the tokenomics. Um, I don't think you have any business investing in any cryptos. That's just my perspective. It's a good way to be, because the reason why, again, is not just so that you're more informed, but so you have more conviction. You're not going to hold the coin that could potentially 100x if you are if you're just buying it because somebody told you to buy it. What happens whenever it goes down? What happens whenever it's boring? What happens if other things are pumping and it's pumping less? You know what I mean? You're not going to have as much conviction. Where if you do your own research, that'll build conviction. Somebody says something fudding, like fudding your coin, spreading doubt, whatever the case may be, you'll have knowledge about the project that trumps that FUD, that doubt, right? It overcomes that. It's like people with Bitcoin, man. I've had so many people this cycle. I swear I had more people this cycle than I did last cycle tell me that Bitcoin was done. It's not coming back. This time's different, man. It's not coming back. And I looked at them all in the face. I'm like, you're crazy, bro. I like Bitcoin Cash. I think Bitcoin Cash will flip Bitcoin, and I still don't think Bitcoin's dead, man. I don't think. I'm like, you guys are crazy. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. That's what they got you. That's what they want you to think. Retrospectively, in hindsight, maybe that should have been a bottom indicator, but I digress. I've got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.